My name is Larry Rodriguez. I've been writing statements on behalf of the Chevron Airways for 7 years and 30 days. She's being sexually molested by cops from Houston, Texas, and robbed. Right now, I'm trying to get in my building. The time is 3:41. Okay, I won't go into my building because the stairwell, stoop into the building is congested with people. I believe a complex of the cops from Houston, Texas, and I believe are people that have entered and came out of my room previously on several occasions. When I left the room, they came out, and he's placed them and situated them in a place where you see behind me on the stoop, all the way across the street, the building on the corner, the brown building with the beige bottom. You see the stoop? He's situated those people there, so when I walk up the steps, they can get a still photo of that, and they can say, look, they came out of his room, but look, he's talking to them on the stoop. And I'm not talking to anybody, and if they came out of my room, they weren't with me. And what I'm trying to say, the cops from Houston, Texas, do this in everything that they do. Now, the government is well aware of this, and they're letting these cops continuously harass me and violate me, oppress me, and deprive me and infringe me of my civil rights, as I pointed out in the past on dozens of times. Now, what is the government trying to get me to do? Is the government sanctioning the cops from Houston, Texas, their subordinates, to keep poking at me and poking at me and poking at me until I explode? Is this what the government is doing? Or why is the government letting their homosexual criminal justice subordinates sexually harass me and create a characteristics around my life by placing people around me that ordinary wouldn't be around me? Homosexuals or Afro-American people. The cops from Houston, Texas keep situating these people around me. The cops from Houston, Texas have Afro-American people oppressing me, violating me, and they have homosexuals oppressing me, violating me for 7 years. In any picture that the cops from Houston, Texas present, 80 to 85% of them, if not all have Afro-American people and homosexuals I'm not associated with. I don't understand. I'm not trying to impose my heterosexual characteristics on homosexuals. I'm not trying to have nothing to do with these cops. I think that they feel offended that I rejected their homosexual preference and that I merge away from it and push it away from me at every point of my life that I can. And they're trying to get me to accept that. They're trying to get me to impose that in my head as an ideology. And the only thing I'm imposing in my head as an ideology is that the cops from Houston, Texas have their homosexual gang, an Afro-American gang, oppressing me day in and day out. I can't do nothing about it because if I do something about it, I may be harmed. I'm an old 61 fragile man, and I don't understand why The cops stay away from that glass, the cuts, goes. And I don't understand why the cops from Houston are imposing their homosexual preference on me. I'm fragile and old. Why are they doing that? Wouldn't they prefer to uh, have a younger man to sexually harass? Why me? I don't like these cops from Houston, Texas. I like them less because they're homosexuals and they're imposing a homosexual agenda. The government is not following the legislations. The legislations stipulate, right, that I shall report all sexual harassment by government entities to the supervisors. Okay, I've been reporting this for about a year and a half, 2 years now, and nothing's being done. The government is laughing at me. They're telling me that the laws of the state and the laws of the United States are not for me, that they're only for white Caucasian people, because white Caucasian people have consistently harassed me, sexually harassed me, and oppressed me under the color of law, and I have consistently stated this to government entities whom are in a supervising department whom have not done anything about it. My name is Larry Rodriguez. I'm not committing crimes. I'm not bothering anybody. Will you get your cops away from me and get them to stop stalking me? They seem to have a fatal attraction. Please find the Chevron nurse and place her in the custody of the federal government. My name is Larry Rodriguez. I'm not committing crimes. I'm being stalked by hostile, psychotic law enforcement entities.